let's start with Khalid now. Because I think where the viewers were left off when Khalid left was that you were his girlfriend.
Right.
So tell us about that. What was that, and was he right in saying that at the time?
I agree with him 100% that he had the right to say what he said with his full chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start? When did you guys become official?
I think about week 2. Yeah.
People thought it was Brian initially.
No.
Then we realized, Then when we saw him calling you bro, we realized, okay, maybe not. But when did you notice it?
Probably about day 5, day 6, thereabouts. And obviously, I first saw him and I was like, okay, who's this person, And we never really had a conversation until like day 4, thereabouts. And then our first conversation, I just knew that, the way his ideologies, his way of reasoning just resonated with me, and that was the point where I knew, okay, yes.
So Khalid, is that timeline correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. When did you notice her?
I think where it clicked for me was at the Saturday party, I think second weekend. I think that's the day I asked her to be my girlfriend. And where it clicked for me was, I was just watching her from afar, how she comported herself, how she moved and everything. So I just felt like, okay, if I'm feeling this, I wasn't looking for love, I wasn't looking for anything, but if it happened, I'm home right to. Yeah. So I went over and I was like, okay, we started talking. I didn't stop the question immediately. We had a few conversations and I was like, okay, what's up? I think after that, Alison came over and she was talking. I think that was when she was talking about liking Hermes. And me and Gail like, I was worried about liking Hermes before it now. So it was now like a roommate thing. Yeah, so there's something to relate to. Yeah.
Okay, so by the time you left the house, I think, like I said, you had your interviews on stage, post-show, and you confidently used to say, this was my girl. And a lot of people wondered, you just met this girl. Why were you so confident? So why were you so confident?
It was defined, like everyone saw on the show, and we had this level of connection. And I felt that same energy from her, right? And I also told you that if anything happened, I wouldn't be mad, because the house has a way of doing things to you.
So at what point when you were now watching, you were outside the house, did you realize, okay, I guess this is done?
Well, I think where I started to have doubts was when she started to get close with Dotun. But at the same time, it didn't change the way I thought about her. Maybe it might have changed the way I felt, but I still know this is a good person, right? And I think we could all attest to the fact that there was a bit of struggle on her part, to maintain our relationship, right? So that was commendable. But I also know, I just spent 3 weeks there. I know how intense it was. So imagine having to spend that period of time, in that same space.
So what's happening now?
We're good. We're good friends.
We're very good friends.
Yeah.
Just friends.
Yeah.
Daniella, did you want something to happen by the time you were out with him?
I was really honestly done with everything. I wanted to just focus on just me and then getting out of that whole scenario, right? Because I met a lot of things when I came out of the house. And being who Khalid is, he was just very supportive, and...
Were you surprised by that?
Honestly, yes.
Considering?
Yes, honestly, yes.
So when the merger happened, how did that now evolve? As you summarize just as quickly as you can.
I'm trying to be as honest and plain as possible, And I just feel like whatever happened in the house between I and Dotun was based on situation and circumstances. And unfortunately, there was already Khalid in my life, and there was a thing with Day8, right? And we both had a conversation, and we're like, say if Khalid is here, this thing will to work. And I said the same thing to him, like, if Day8 was here, probably not going to see me. Do you get? And I felt like everything was just a coping mechanism for both of us, to be honest. And we had conversations where, like, I don't know if this will actually be something for the house, but for here, let's just see.
Yeah. So when you came out, what happened?
Between Dotun and I?
Ooh. Let me speak for myself. It was more about giving it a chance in the house and coming outside the house, let's see how it goes. I believe there was a time we actually had like a conversation at Alison's, Yeah, and
Okay.
we discussed what happened. And that was literally the first time that we sat down. Apart from joking with each other, we used to joke, yeah. But then like we sat down and had like a conversation about everything that happened. Where she think I went wrong during my media round, and where I felt like I felt a bit disrespected. So, but we just hashed it out that yeah.
How did you disrespect her?
There were some interviews that came out probably a bit defensive and not probably caring about how she was perceived. She was going through a lot. Coming outside the house, and of this, she always said it even in the house that she wasn't sure about what she was going to come out to. Yeah. So I should have probably helped a bit even on her ends rather than just try to state my point of view and just state where I was coming from. I should have tried to let them know better what our position was. But I mean,
Did you apologize?
yeah, of course I did. I
Yeah, we
apologized.
both
you know.
did.
Lebaye, how did you feel about that when you had left about him and Daniela?
I felt disappointed and I was pissed because coming out I saw some clips that he missed me, he liked me and the rest, and I wanted to when he comes out, let me get to know him and see
Were
his
you interested
person.
in pursuing something?
Not relationship,
Okay.
just getting to know his person because I think when I was crying on Saturday night party, he was there and he was supportive and the rest. So when he came out and we met and the way he was behaving, he still liked me and the rest and wanted something, but I was like, what about Daniela? And he was like, it's just a game. I was like, oh really, but I can't be a second choice.
I don't know how much you get dragged, but I know I've seen that comment quite a bit about trying to break your home, not to connect somebody's husband and whatnot. It wasn't intentional that they are sitting together. But explain what happened in that moment for us.
Okay, I think I was tipsy. It was on a Saturday night, and so I was tipsy. So we're talking about because Kes now like he jokes around, and I think so fine. There's a word you use for me. I can't really remember.
Really sweet.
Oh, I'm sweet. You're fine. Things like that. So just joke around. But I was like, you're married, and I respect you. So if I want to kiss you now, tell me you're not going. So accept. So was that and the truth? So I wanted test. Not I really wanted kissing him, but it's more say if I kiss you now, tell me you're going to refuse because obviously I think I'm sweet, blah blah blah, and think this. So
Yes, do you think that situation was as bad as the viewers sort of made it out to be?
The funny thing is, I didn't even remember the situation because it was after the Saturday party. We were all late. I came to the room. We were close. Lay on the bed. So conversation happened and that happened. But I didn't remember until I came out of the show and it was part of my highlights. I was like, when did this one happen? Nobody respects me, respects my marriage. So narratives fly. And it just sad that she was at the receiving end of it.